agriculture without feeling discriminated?
Okay, thank you very much. We are, as an organization, we are looking at inclusivity. And when we talk about inclusivity, we are looking at the young people, the women, the people with disabilities, and everybody else coming into play. So that is why we look at the value chain with the lens of the youth and also with the lens of the marginalized. What is it that they can do along that value chain that is suitable for them to engage? That is why we are saying if it's production level activities, and probably it is difficult for them to participate at that level, then we look at the chain and see where else can they be involved. Can they be involved in providing digital solutions, for example? For instance, creating linkages on an online platform. Can they be involved in trading, linkages to market? Can they be involved in logistics? What part of that chain can they be able to play given the nature of their disability? So those are things that are really critical, and they have been embedded in our programs, and we create a specific allowance for them to be able to participate, and we are deliberate about that, and we always say we have to be inclusive and have them in the program so that they are able to feel that they are part and parcel of the interventions that we are doing in this area of agribusiness.
All right, and Rogers, we're in the 21st century, and you're talking about matters ICT, which provides solutions and products that will make agriculture sector more efficient. But what challenges exist in e-agriculture?
First of all is that on matters technology, we always advise or tell these young people to embrace technology in the field of agribusiness. But one of the very key challenges is that the cost of uptaking these technologies is very expensive. For instance, if you tell a young person to engage in greenhouse farming, a greenhouse costs over 100,000. For a young person, that is very expensive for us young people. And also, one of the very other things that I wanted to put across, which is a very key challenge towards the young people, is that we have always told the young people that we want to make this agriculture cool for them. We are telling them we want to make it cool for them. You advise young people to go read out from blogs, from newspapers, from any other information sharing center out there to get information on agribusiness. But when these young people go out there and search for information, there are a lot of unverified information out there. Like if you tell a young person, get involved in potato farming, and you'll make, let's say, we just take for instance, you tell a young person, get involved in potato farming, and you'll make 100,000 in an acre of land. When this young person goes into potato farming, he expects to make 100,000 or 300,000, let's say 300,000. He expects to make 300,000 and above. But when this young person goes into the field there, the reality down there is quite different. This young person makes, let's say, 100,000. This kills the morale of this young person. This young person won't go back to agriculture again because of the unverified information that he got there, that he will make 300,000 and yet he makes 100,000. So all this information out here needs to get verified as well, so that we, the young people, can get verified information in agribusiness.
All right, and let me bring in the CAS Anne Nyaga. And as much as you're talking about ICT and e-agriculture within the entrepreneurship for the young people who want to get involved in agricultural farming, the government actually has a network of research institutions spread across all the 47 counties. Most of the research priorities are guided by the ecological context of where actually they are located. So the potential for research which actually resonates with the young people is unexploited. So should young people actually rely on Google to get more knowledge when it comes to farming?
Thank you for that, Brenda. As government and also in collaboration with the county governments, is to ensure that we support farmers at large and even the youth in terms of extension, giving them extension support. And as mentioned earlier, we have developed modules, so that training modules and also advisory. Should it be weather? Should it be the extension services? So what we are saying, even as we develop the modules that our farmers can be able to access online, we are also trying to work with the county government so that we can see what kind of interventions in terms of extension can they explore. Recently, we had the village-based advisors extension model. And this kind of an extension model is localized to the communities, where we are trying to see how do we look at the right varieties of crops, say maize, for instance. How do we help our farmers to be able to identify which kind of maize variety they can plant for the various wards that they are, in terms of their choice. How do they take care of this particular crop? Because at times we've realized that the prices may not really increase in terms of how we sell, but we can always work through the right variety of choice of crops, and still how do we, the good agricultural practices, how do we manage to combine the two and be able to lower our cost of production? So this one, we are doing it in various kind of forms through the community-based targeted kind of extension support. We're also using the kind of platforms. We are giving advisory services. And also we are saying also through the kind of innovations that we have for the youth also, we are also, especially through, once we incubate them, they can also be extension service providers, because what we need to do is look at a particular challenge and look at how do we get an opportunity from them. And that is one area I really want our youth to start looking in terms of, to start looking at it like that. Should we realize that there's a gap in a particular sector, say the agricultural sector, issue of extension has been a very key challenge that we have been facing across board. But in every great challenge lies a great opportunity. How do you, through these incubation programs that we are bringing on board, how can you tap into that challenge and become a private extension service provider? And again, we are saying so that we can be able to give the credibility in terms of the information that you pass through. We build your capacity, then you capitalize on that knowledge, and you help unlock some of these challenges in the sector. So in terms of the kind of extension support, it can be addressed in various kinds as long as we are addressing one particular common goal. So it can be done either physically through the digital platforms. We can also look at other way, or community engagement. So basically, we can be able to intervene in whichever form that we feel is most adaptive to our communities.
Right.
Yes, Brenda.
No, just continue, because I need
Then the other thing, just as I close, even as we identify some of these challenges, again, the capacity is given for you to be able to make an interlink between the finances that you're given to be able to see the challenge, and also we build their capacity so that the package is full. And again, I want us to look at it this way: how can our youth partner with our parents, our grandparents in our societies to be able to see how can we become service providers to our aging in society? Because what we need is the input of the young people to be able to be used in such a way that can unlock the sector. And the young people are really, they are really educated. Let me give an example of the coffee value chain. What we have been struggling with in the coffee value chain is issues of production, domestic consumption, and such. Again, the finances specific to the coffee value chain are being, rolled out to the counties for the youth and also farmers in general to be able to tap into them. And one key area that I may want us, my fellow young people, to look at it this way is our parents are struggling with the issue of production. Again, where there's a challenge, as I mentioned, lies a great opportunity. How can we organize ourselves? We bring in key people to train you to become experts in management of these coffee bushes so that we can stop having our parents cut these coffee bushes, and we as the young population come up with solutions. The government is there. We are going to support you so that you can be able to give solutions to our parents. That is how we bring in a kind of a collaborative effort to be able to revive some of these sectors. And as mentioned, the finances are there, the capacity is there. We shall give you all that. You just need to step forth and bring this, analyze the challenges. We facilitate you to be able to offer the solution. That is the kind of thinking I would want to urge our young people to start into.
All right, so let me bring in Caroline Mwangi via phone. We've just lost her via Zoom, but let me just involve her.